that rich understanding, I think, of the dynamics of the relationship and what is needed to help carry things forward. So with that, Suha, we'll turn things over to you. We really look forward to hearing your comments, your remarks, and then we'll use the remaining time that we have to open things up for comments and questions from all those who have gathered with us today. So Dr. Suha, with that, we turn it over to you.
Thank you so much, Steve. Thank you, Ambassador Farid, if you're still listening to us. I'm humbled by this introduction, and I do hope I can meet your expectations, even though just if it's only part of it. I think the world does not really know what's happening in Iraq today, and I hope to shed light on that. And I might sound too optimistic, but I assure you everything I'm going to mention today is based on a fact and numbers. As you know, we've taken over, or we were brought to this government almost a year ago. In fact, 2 days ago was my anniversary, first anniversary, so I've been in this post for a year. And most of the cabinet has been just before me, a couple of weeks before me. We've taken some bold and important measures that I believe no previous governments were able to do them. Nevertheless, we took them. We feel the impact of them today. These measures, of course, I'm going to focus on the finance, economics, and on the investment side. The most important step that we've taken as a government is the devaluation of the Iraqi dinar. Even though we faced a lot of resistance, and I like to be very frank in our discussion, we're a highly politicized system. We have a lot of parties, and sometimes decisions and measures have to take the political landscape into question. But I think we're given the space to operate professionally and follow the economic needs rather than the political formulas that dictated the path of the economy in the past. So devaluing the currency faced a lot of resistance, but I assure you that it did not really affect the average individual, because the basket, the consumption basket in Iraq is 70% of it is towards local produce. So the impact was not great on the quality of life for the Iraqi population, but the impact of it was the increasing our foreign reserves, which were being depleted by the currency auction. So we were able to protect our foreign reserves. We were able to protect maintain inflation at a stable level. But most importantly, we directed the banking operation from the, like some of you might not be familiar, but for those who are familiar with the landscape here will understand the impact of it. The banking sector was active in the currency auction, but now they are moving their operation into real lending, the credit market, and that has direct impact on investments, because we do have a weak banking system, but it's being strengthened by this devaluation effort. We also made a bold move in reducing the expenses and the wage bill. We froze any public hiring, so hiring by the public sector. We changed a great deal in the managerial and senior position in almost all government institutions, and now the majority of it is technocrats, professionals, let's say party neutral individuals, and this is why you see the economy now is starting to move in the right direction. The investment projects that we've been awarded or announcing recently, at least from the, well, at least we are the only entity that announces, puts out investment projects. They are all being done in public tenders. We're working with international advisors on the legal side and on the financial side to give us proper advice on structuring those deals. We're seeing proper competition. We're attracting international names, and we are doing things the way that the City of London and Wall Street work. We have international advisors working with us on the legal and the financial side. The projects are being allocated in a transparent and competitive way. These measures sound normal in an ordinary world, but Iraq, we face a lot of challenges, and I assure you that conducting those measures have had, we had to be bold to do it. We did it, we succeeded, and we're seeing the impact of it. Of course, these measures had an impact. Some of it is short term, some of it is long term, but on the macro level and on the investment level, our foreign reserves are up, and as foreign investors, you will know that the size of the foreign reserves is an important indicator in the economy because it protects the currency and the monetary system. So we have now sufficient foreign reserves that cover us for over a year in terms of our exports. We're going to have, I expect, positive growth in 2021 and possibly 22. I mean, it's positive news, but I think it's because of the oil price has gone up, and as you know, over 70% of our economy is generated by oil. Nevertheless, having positive GDP growth is good news. On the current account, we always have a surplus, but this surplus is going to widen because first we're protecting the currency, and two, we're having protective measures of our local products.